Right now at 6, winter weather creating a dangerous problem for La Crosse firefighters, how they're recruiting a squad of young volunteers to help. And Cyber Monday deals in full swing, why it may still cost more to get gifts under that tree.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Emily is off tonight. Starting with weather, let's get a live look outside our La Crosse studio. Parts of the area could see a few flurries before some cold really sets in. Let's bring in Nicole for the latest.
Yeah, some of us got to see a couple light snowflakes passing through the area today, but we really didn't see any additional accumulation to what we saw this weekend. And we saw plenty as we went through the holiday weekend. 2-day snowfall totals at the La Crosse airport totaled to 8.2 inches. If you compare that to other 2-day events throughout the month of November, that ranks the 7th snowiest on record. The first is that event back in 1991 that some of us might remember. I unfortunately am too young for that, but I have heard plenty about those 14 inches that fell in November. Nothing like a nice fall snow to start out December, and now we're feeling those December temperatures settle into the area. Sitting at 19 degrees right now in La Crosse and Eau Claire at 13, very chilly, and it's likely going to get even chillier as we go towards the middle portion of the week. Cloudy as we go into tomorrow, and those below average temperatures are really looking to stick around for the afternoon. And then we have a light snow chance for Wednesday morning, but likely not going to add too much on top of what's already on the ground. And then the main story is really going to be those chillier conditions that are moving in Wednesday night that will likely make for a very cold start to our Thursday. So we'll have all the details on the cold conditions coming up in a little bit.
All right. Thank you, Nicole. And a reminder, you can track weather on your block with our First Warn Weather app. It's available at the App Store or on Google Play. The cold and snow has some fire departments asking the public to do something. News 8 Now's Grace Monk is live in La Crosse with the details. Grace.
Officials want help removing snow around hydrants to make sure firefighters have access to water during the winter. They recommend clearing a 3-foot radius around the hydrant and a 3-foot path to the street. They're also asking people to check hydrants for damage. This year, the city of La Crosse is turning to the younger generations. The Hydro Helpers encourage kids to get involved and help out first responders by adopting a hydrant in the winter months.
The kids sign up, they help us out all winter, and then in the spring we're going to invite them to come hang out with us at the fire station with the firefighters and do a good celebration.
To participate in the program, you must be 17 or younger and live in the city of La Crosse. And you can find more information on that on the city's website. We have a link to that on news8000.com. Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Grace. With the severe temperatures on the way, the Salvation Army is running out of room to keep residents warm. The Salvation Army Shelter and Warming Center are already at capacity. Officials say they've had to turn 60 to 150 people away even before this weekend's snow came.
We are having a difficult time providing shelter that is needed.
The Salvation Army currently has 64 beds in use. They hope to add another 18 in the near future. Developing story out of St. Charles, 2 grain bins collapsing. One had a massive dent in it. As a precaution, a bin next to it was brought down. Highway 74 between East 15th Street and US 14 were quickly shut down. Nearby businesses also temporarily had to close for safety reasons.
Yeah, it was leaning, it was cracked and leaking chlorine out the side, so it did appear that it was going to fall.
Luckily, no one was injured, and the highway has since reopened. Happening today, it's Cyber Monday all day. Sales are expected to reach $14.2 billion. Money watchers say that's up 6.3% from last year. The Wisconsin Better Business Bureau has a few safety tips. Shop on secure sites only and use secure checkout and payment methods. Well, it's a tough time for local toy stores. They're being hit with tariffs. So what does this mean for shoppers? News 8 Now's Allison Fergut is in the newsroom tonight with the answer. Allison.
Although toy stores are feeling the pinch from tariffs, local shops are finding ways to keep prices low for buyers.
It's a busy time at stores across the country.
We always know that the holidays are going to be a very high chunk of our sales.
But tariffs on toys and games are hitting certain stores hard.
All of our costs have gone up. It has been very chaotic. So it is really hard to plan for that.
Local companies like Games by James have found ways to limit the impact of tariffs.
As our publishers notified us of when prices would be increasing, we placed large orders ahead of time. So not everything in our store has gone up in price yet.
But it's only a temporary fix.
When we do have to reorder items, we will have to raise the prices.
But some local stores say there hasn't been too much of an impact. At Popcon Shop in La Crosse, owner Todd Wilson says tariffs on companies they work with are small enough that they haven't had to increase many prices.
Most of the prices in our store have stayed consistent through the year. There's a few areas where we've had to do that just because it was big enough. But even in those cases, we tried not to pass it all on.
Wilson says suppliers he works with have started sourcing from other countries to avoid tariffs.
We've seen a lot of those things where prices have actually started to drop back.
But don't expect dramatic changes before the holidays. So if you're still hunting for gifts this year, business officials recommend buying soon.
Don't hold off thinking it's going to be a better price later.
In-store employees can help you score a deal.
Letting the sales associate know your budget and what you're looking for, they should be able to find plenty of options.
And many stores, including Popcon Shop and Games by James, have items under $20 that they say make great gifts. Reporting in the newsroom, Allison Furkett, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Allison. Holiday shopping is our News 8 poll today. We asked, where do you plan to do most of your holiday shopping? 44% saying in store, and 56% will do all their shopping online. Former La Crosse County Sheriff Steve Helgeson has died. Sheriff Helgeson served 35 years with the department, including 12 as sheriff. In a Facebook post, the sheriff's office said he led with his compassion, integrity, and professionalism. Emily Berge will not seek another term as Eau Claire City Council president. Berge spent nearly 8 years on the council and 3 as president. She says she's focusing on her congressional campaign, and her main focus, affordability.
People are feeling like strapped. They don't have the money to spend, or they have to choose between food, healthcare, housing, rent. It doesn't have to be that difficult.
Berge will take on Rebecca Cook and Rodney Wave in the primary for Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District, and the winner of that race will face incumbent Republican Congressman Derek Van Orden. Happening around the state, Prairie Farms is recalling milk sold at Woodman's in Wisconsin. Certain gallons of fat-free milk may contain food-grade cleaning agents. The affected products carry a December 8th expiration date. You should throw out the affected product or return it to the store for a refund. America's oldest brewery is coming to Wisconsin. Yuengling announced it will expand distribution to the state next year. The brewer began selling its beer in Illinois earlier this year. Yuengling was founded in Pennsylvania in 1829. The National Bobblehead Hall of Fame in Milwaukee is celebrating the anniversary of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You can celebrate with the Griswold station wagon, Cousin Eddie's RV, or the squirrel from the tree. The limited edition bobbleheads are available as a set or individually. Still ahead tonight, Venezuela in the crosshairs, the military operation that has Congress demanding answers, and life in prison on the line, the courtroom showdown that could decide Luigi Mangione's fate.
Tomorrow, starting at 5 a.m., big news for Eau Claire's Children's Museum. The Christmas crime Wisconsin police are tracking, and when will we see warmer temperatures? The news starts at 5 a.m.
Get ready for a Cyber Monday deal that's too good to miss. Open an A-Plus account online with a $500 direct deposit and get $300. Promo is for new members only and is available only on December 1st. Mark your calendars, your bonus is waiting. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Wow, this couch is really comfortable. I know. And I love the leather. And it holds up to snacks. Yeah. Oh. Where'd you say you got this couch from again?
Westco in Sparta.
Become the couch potato you always wanted to be and say goodbye to 2025 by taking 25% off furniture and mattresses.
Satisfy your inner couch potato only at Westco in Sparta. Stop in today.
At Johnson Tractor, we know farming isn't just a job, it's a way of life. That's why we're proud to be your trusted New Holland dealer, delivering top-of-the-line equipment and unmatched support. From the field to the barn, our team is here to keep you running strong with reliable service and expertise you can count on. Johnson Tractor, your New Holland dealer of choice. Visit us today and experience the difference.
Save big on automotive supplies at Menards. Good maintenance equals longer vehicle life, and Menards carries automotive products that help keep your vehicle on the road. Prevent diesel fuel from gelling in colder climates with Howe's Diesel Treat. On sale for only $11.99. FVP Premium Starting Fluid helps provide fast starts on the coldest days and is engineered to work with all gasoline and diesel engines. Get an 11-ounce bottle for just $2.69.
Get ready for a Cyber Monday deal that's too good to miss. Open an A-Plus account online with a $500 direct deposit and get $300. Promos for new members only and is available only on December 1st. Mark your calendars, your bonus is waiting. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
A big week in court for the man accused of killing the CEO of United Healthcare last year. Luigi Mangione was in a New York State court today for a hearing about what evidence will be presented during his trial. Jared Hill has details.
In a Manhattan courtroom, Luigi Mangione, wearing a suit and no shackles, looked on as his lawyers fought to block pieces of evidence from the 27-year-old's murder trial. That includes this surveillance video that captured the shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson and the contents of Mangione's backpack, seized several days later when he was arrested at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. The defense claims the bag was searched without a warrant and he was not read his Miranda rights before police interrogated him. Inside the backpack, a notebook with handwritten pages that allegedly express disdain for the healthcare system. The prosecution claims one note says, quote, "I finally feel confident about what I will do. The details are coming together." Mangione has pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder. His supporters wore green in the courtroom, some who were angry at the health insurance industry. The hearing is expected to last another few days. No trial date has been set. If convicted, Mangione could be sentenced to life in prison. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Lawmakers are demanding answers after the Washington Post reports Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth ordered troops to kill everybody on alleged Venezuelan drug boats. When 2 people survived the first strike on September 2nd, a commander ordered a second strike to finish the job. The military has carried out nearly 24 airstrikes, killing more than 80 people.
It was as if the article said, that is a violation of the law of war.
This rises to the level of a war crime if it's true.
Both House and Senate Armed Services Committees announced investigations. President Trump says he is considering expanding operations beyond boat strikes and posted this weekend that Venezuelan airspace should be considered closed. Congressman Derek Van Orden releasing a statement on those strikes. He said, quote, "Whether in Afghanistan or in international waters, if you're killing Americans or trafficking lethal drugs into our communities, the United States has every right and obligation to take decisive action." And Senator Tammy Baldwin also reacting, saying, quote, "President Trump and I agree that we need to stop dangerous drugs from coming into the country, but that is where our similarities end. President Trump and Pete Hegseth are recklessly and illegally bombing boats in the Caribbean." We will have more news ahead tonight, but first.
Well, we've been sitting in some below average temperatures the last couple days, but we have even colder conditions on the way. I'll have a full look at your forecast coming up right after the break.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
In 1969, Taco John's combined Western traditions with Mexican flavors and created West Mex. More than 50 years later, it still tastes like a good idea. West Mex meals start at just $5, only at Taco John's.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday Extended event. Now through Wednesday, shop extended Black Friday savings store-wide, up to 50% off or more while supplies last. Like this Rubbermaid food storage set, over half off, now just $9.99. Over half off these 4-packs of DeWalt batteries, $149 while supplies last. Shop extended Black Friday savings on select bags of Meow Mix cat food, 2 for $30. And select toys or buy one, get one half price. Don't miss extended Black Friday deals only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports and your day becomes better and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, you know, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger.
You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Beef dreams to be slow roasted by Arby's, tossed in hickory barbecue sauce, and sold 2 for $6. Who are you to deny dreams? Arby's, we have the meat.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Well, we are entering into the first day of meteorological winter, but it feels like winter has already been here for the last few weeks. We had a very cold end to November and obviously a very snowy end to the month, and it looks like that pattern could continue on into the first week of December, especially as far as the temperature patterns go. As we wake up tomorrow morning, we'll likely see temperatures falling into the teens, mostly cloudy tonight, but that's not going to keep us from getting on the chillier side. Once again, 13 degrees for your morning low in La Crosse, 12 degrees in Eau Claire. And then as we go into tomorrow, we'll likely have a mostly cloudy day, yet again still holding on to that extended cloud coverage, but that's going to keep us on the cooler side as well. Still seeing below average high temperatures. Our highs around this time of year are sitting in the mid-30s, so that means we're going to be around 10 degrees above average still as we go into Tuesday. Your afternoon high in La Crosse, 26, 25. In Eau Claire, we could see the possibility of a few glimpses at the sun as we go into Tuesday afternoon, but that's about the most that we'll get for tomorrow. Here we are for your Sky Tracker Tuesday afternoon. There we can see a little bit of a break in the clouds, especially for folks south of I-94, but by that time the sun will already be getting close to setting. And as we go into Tuesday night, we'll still see extended cloud coverage moving across the area. With that cloud coverage, the possibility of some late flurries, mainly going into late Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning. As you can see, it's mainly for areas north of I-90, especially closer north of I-94. As far as accumulation goes, it's looking to be on the lighter side, if at all, maybe seeing an additional trace to what's already on the ground. At most, no more than about another half an inch of snowfall once we wake up Wednesday morning. The real story is going to be the temperatures. This snow is coming with a cold front that moves through. Ahead of that cold front, we have a warm front that's actually going to give us a very brief uptick in temperatures over the nighttime. So a little bit of an odd temperature pattern that we have coming up Wednesday morning. This is actually the time that we're going to see our daytime or our daily high temperatures, 29 and 28 in Eau Claire at 3 in the morning. Once we speed ahead a little bit further on, once that cold front passes by the noon hour, we're going to be about 10 degrees cooler than the area was in the middle of the night, and we'll likely continue to see the temperatures falling all the way through Wednesday. Even with the skies clearing by the evening hours, expect temperatures Wednesday evening to be falling into the single digits, and those clear skies are going to last for Wednesday night going into Thursday morning, making it feel even colder once we wake up Thursday morning. There will be a light wind during this period, but really you don't need a whole lot of wind to feel the wind chill when the temperatures get this cold out. So let's see what it's going to actually feel like Tuesday afternoon. Again, not feeling the cold quite yet, still below average, but not quite as frigid as it will be. Once we wake up Wednesday morning, this will likely be the warmest that it's going to feel for the next few days, in the teens when you wake up, or what feels like the teens. Once we go into the evening, that's when we see temperatures feeling like they're dipping below zero, and by Thursday morning when we wake up, our wind chills will likely be in the negative teens, and it's going to be hard for those wind chill values to climb above zero throughout the entirety of the day Thursday. So definitely a chilly day. We'll find some relief as we go into Friday, still below average though, and then we'll likely have a little bit of a chilly weekend as well before, if you look at Tuesday, we'll have temperatures getting closer to that 30-degree mark, still below average average, but out of the teens, and hopefully that warming trend will continue for next week.
Fingers crossed then.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
Thanks, Nicole. And coming up next in sports, live to fight another day. A recap from UWL's playoff road win Saturday, plus Luke Fickell on what's next for the Badger football program after a loss in the season finale. Jacob is next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Radon is a radioactive gas you can't see or smell, but it's the second leading cause of lung cancer in America. It can seep up from the ground and into your home, and as many as 1 in 3 homes can have dangerous levels, especially in basements, where many of us have bedrooms and playrooms. Call American Water Works for an expert radon solution. We'll get radon out to help protect your family and your home's value. Don't wait. Breathe healthier today. Call the radon experts at American Water Works.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious! It's hard when you hit rock bottom, but when you find that glimpse of hope, just a glimpse of it, can make you realize how important you are in the aspect of life.
I found many values in the FSET program. For me, to drive myself to do better and stay better. Great thing to have somebody there with you when situations get tough.
Interview clothes, gas cards, they provide everything that you need to maintain the job.
Winter can actually be the perfect time to replace those old drafty windows. Nothing will keep you more comfortable in your home during the winter than new windows. And our certified master installers are highly trained experts that will install your new windows properly while reducing exposure to outside elements. We'll take out your old window and place in your new window in less than 5 minutes on average. Ask how your winter installation can save you money and make you more comfortable in your home.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, it wasn't the ending to the season that many were hoping for after a couple big wins earlier in November as the Badgers could not bring Paul Bunyan's axe back to Madison after a 17-7 loss to Minnesota last Saturday. In a game where offense was at a premium thanks to a couple solid defensive performances and Mother Nature making Huntington Bank Stadium look like a snow globe, Wisconsin just could not generate big plays and sustain drives, which resulted in that 10-point loss. They're fourth in the last 5 meetings with the Golden Gophers. Despite the defeat at the end of the season, Luke Fickell believes there are some important things to build on.
It is what it is right now, and it is what we have made it. And, so we know more than anything that we have to grow, we have to move forward, we have to build on the positive things that we do have, and that's the only thing we can do. Whether, we create our own momentum and energy, and that's where we've got to make sure that that isn't lost.
So Wisconsin finishes with a 4-8 overall record in the offseason whirlwind that is the transfer portal begins as Fickell looks to get the program back to where it once was. A rough week for the Minnesota Vikings just got a little worse as it was announced today that longtime Viking Adam Thielen has been waived from the team. Thielen posted to social media that he long ago decided that 2025 would be his final season and that he hopes to find a new team to compete with for the last few weeks of his career. Thielen ranks 3rd in career touchdowns for Minnesota and 4th in receptions. And also from Vikings camp today announced that J.J. McCarthy expected to clear concussion protocol and will return as the starting quarterback for Minnesota's upcoming game against the Washington Commanders. And it was anything but easy for the UWL football team this past Saturday, deadlocked at 0 at halftime with Hope College during a snowstorm, but then the Eagles pulled away for a 9-7 win to advance to the third round of the NCAA D3 National Championships. They'll take on a familiar foe this week, reigning champions North Central College, who enter as the #1 team in the country. And the last time the Eagles faced off with the Cardinals, it was in the third round of the playoffs back in 2023, which was a 55-42 North Central win. We'll have more on the contest as the week progresses. A lot of snowy football games this weekend, Ken. And
oh, yeah.
You were live and in person for that Badger game, which didn't turn out great, but it was a heck of an effort.
It was a heck of an effort there. It looked winnable at halftime after the Badgers finally got on the board, but those turnovers, especially in those kind of elements, you give up possessions like that, those are crucial. So I guess Minnesota went undefeated at home this year.
Crazy, right?
Had no idea about that.
Did they rush the field too?
I had left before that.
I think they might.
But I did hear that as well.
It's going to be nice when we get that axe back. That's for sure.
Always
long time coming.
Thanks, Jacob. Nicole's got one final check your forecast right after this.
Do you want to hear something really cool? This is the Amana S Series. Cool and efficient on the inside, quiet on the outside. Enjoy your outdoor space. Contact Flox Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Let's talk about character for a moment. The heart and soul that defines what you're made of. People of true character recognize that they're part of something bigger than themselves. Take the doctors, nurses, and staff at Amplify Health. These are pros at the top of their game who come together as a team and give it their all for the benefit of others. That's character, that's professionalism, that's Amplify Health, and that's the mindset that makes life better.
The most important value of our law firm is our commitment to our clients.
While they are one of the largest personal injury firms in the state, I didn't feel lost in the shuffle or lost in all of their casework. I felt like my case mattered very much to my attorney, and I felt very personally attended to and valued.
Without question, I'd highly recommend Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben.
You need an experienced attorney on your side. Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben. Call or visit Schwebel.com.
Do you want to hear something really cool? This is the Amana S Series. Cool and efficient on the inside, quiet on the outside. Enjoy your outdoor space. Contact Flox Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Well, after a fairly dry and unsnowy winter last year, the snowmobilers are probably the only ones very happy with the amount of snow on the ground right now. It's going to be chilly this week, though, so definitely bundle up if you head out. Otherwise, we have a couple more flurries on the way, but nothing as eventful as this past weekend, which is good news, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, because this was a generous dollop of snow for this first weekend.
Great start to the month.
Thanks for joining us.